If your plan is to become a professional web developer or a software engineer, VS Code is one very important tool, a very important tool that you must master how to use for web coding, either as a startup or a new beginner. Hence, in this video, I will show you how to set up and configure VS Code for web coding and other practicals as well, but be it in JavaScript, TypeScript, C#, and other programming languages. So let's head over to my computer screen and let me demonstrate to you how to set up and configure VS Code for practical use. Yes, you are welcome to my computer screen, and as you can see, this is the VS Code software. This is the Visual Studio Code software that I have downloaded and installed onto my computer system. This is it reflecting here. This is it here. But if you have not downloaded and installed it onto your computer system, you can do it from the official Visual Studio Code website. And how do you go about it? You just open your web browser. This is my Google Chrome web browser that I'm using. Then once you open it, you type, as you can see, it's showing here is because I have downloaded it from here before. But if it's not showing in yours, you can just type VS Code download. Once you type VS Code download, you click on it. Then Google will bring out some search results showing various VS Code links that you can visit and download your VS Code from. So as you can see, this is download Visual Studio Code Mac, Linux, Windows. So we click on this first link, and when we click on this first link, it will take us straight to the web page. It will take us straight to the download page of the Visual Studio Code website. This is the Visual Studio Code website, and this is the download page. As you can see, download Visual Studio Code website. So depending on the kind of operating system that we are using, we'll click on any of these to download our Visual Studio Code. If you are using Windows, you click on this Windows. If you are using Debian or Ubuntu, you click on it. If you are using Red Hat or Fedora, you click on it. If you are using Mac operating system, you click here. So that is also once you just click on this link, it will pop up the download manager, and you begin to you start downloading your Visual Studio Code from this website into your computer system. Then after downloading, you install it onto your computer system. Now, after downloading and install it to your computer system, it will reflect on your computer desktop area, which mine has reflected. But if it does not reflect, you can go to this start menu, open it. Once you go to this start menu and open it, you can just visit the start menu and open it and locate the Visual Studio Code program. Locate it from here. But the shortest way to do it is to locate the Visual Studio Code desktop icon on your desktop area. So after doing that, the next step is to create a folder. It is on that folder that we are going to create a file, and it's on that file that we are going to do our web coding projects, web coding practicals. It's on that file that we are going to do our web coding practicals. So let us create the folder first. You right click on your desktop area, then you go to new, from new you go to folder. Then let us give our folder a new name. Let us name it new project. Let us name it new project. Press enter. So we have created a folder. Now, after creating a folder, we open our Visual Studio Code. So how do we open our Visual Studio Code? We can double click on the icon or right click on the Visual Studio Code and click on this open here. So, but we are going to double click on it. So now, after double clicking your Visual Studio Code software on your icon, it will pop up something like this. The Visual Studio Code will open like this. This is the front interface of your Visual Studio Code. This is the front interface, the front default interface. So now, what we are going to do here is to import the folder, the new project folder that we created on our desktop into our Visual Studio Code. And how do we go about it? We come to this file. We click on file, we scroll down, we click on this open folder, we click on it, then something like this will come up. Since we saved it on desktop, we'll locate this desktop and click on desktop. You can search for it here using this. You can scroll and search for the file that you created here, the folder that you created, or you can type the name of the folder. The name of the folder that you created is new project. So we say new project. Okay, as you can see, it has shown here. We click on it. Then we click on the select folder here. Once we click on select folder, we hold on for some time. Okay, as you can see, it is reflected here. Look at the folder that we created on our desktop. We have imported it into our Visual Studio Code, and that is what is reflecting here. So we have raised it up. Look at it here. Look at the folder that we created here. You can see new projects. Look at it here, new projects. Look at it here, new projects. So let us go back to our Visual Studio Code. Now, after importing our folder, we are going to create our file. And it's on that file that we are going to do our web coding editing, right? It's on that file that we are going to create and store our Visual Studio Code practicals. All our web coding practicals that we are going to do on this Visual Studio Code. So let us create the file first. Click on this icon. As you see, if you touch this icon, you will see new folder. Look at new folder. So you click on it. Once you click on it, let us name our new folder. Let us name our new file, new task. Let us give it a name, new task. Then if the practical that you want to do is in HTML, you type .html. Then once you type .html, the HTML icon will appear here. As you can see, it will appear here. If your practical is on JavaScript, you type JS. As you can see it here, it's written JS here. If it's on CSS styling, you type CSS. As you can see, it's written here. So that we are running a practical example now. Let us make use of HTML. Let us run a HTML coding practical. Let us do an HTML coding practical. So after typing the HTML, press enter. Once you press enter, something like this will pop up. Something like this will pop up. So this is in this area that we are going to begin to type our coding elements. Our coding elements. It's on this area we are going to begin to type our coding elements. And watch out for the outputs. Watch out or having it reflect on our web browser. So let us, for example, create a button. With the name click here. Let us create a click here button. So now we are going to make use of the HTML coding elements for creating a button. So we are going to write the HTML coding elements for creating a button, and it is less than sign. We write button, then greater than sign. Oh, as you can see, it has auto completed for us. As you can see here, it has auto completed for us. At the middle here of this button and this button, at the middle here, we are going to type our click here. Click here. Yes, we are going to type our click here. Then after typing our click here, once we are done, we'll come to file. After coming to file, click on file, then click on save. You must save it. If you don't click on this save, it's not going to reflect on your web browser. It's not going to demonstrate any output on your web browser. So we are going to click on this save. Or you can use Ctrl S. You can use Ctrl S to save it. So now that we have opened our file and click on save, let us see if it will reflect on our web browser, on our file. So we minimize the Visual Studio Code. This is the new project we created. We open it by double clicking on the folder. Then this is the open task file that we created. As you can see it here, this is the new task. Look at it here, new task, and it's reflecting here. You can see it. It will reflect here automatically. This is new task. So what we are going to do, we'll click on it once and right click on it again. Then we'll open it using, you can open it using any web browser, but it's but it's highly recommended that you use Google Chrome, because Google Chrome has been designed to run web applications that are created by programming elements. So we are going to click on Google Chrome. If you don't have Google Chrome installed on your website, please go and install it. Download and install Google Chrome from their official website. But it can still work with Firefox or Internet Explorer or Microsoft, but Google Chrome is highly recommended and preferred. So if you don't have Google Chrome browser installed, please visit the Google Chrome website and have it downloaded and installed on your computer system. So let us click on Google Chrome. We click on Google Chrome. So it is loading. As you can see here, it has reflected. Look at click here. This is the button that we created. You can see it's reflecting here. Let me open the Visual Studio Code and minimize it. Yes, let me expand this. Yes. So as you can see, look at the click here that we wrote here. As you can see, it is reflecting here. It created the button. You can see it here. Look at the click back. Look at the click here. Look at the name of the button that we click here. Click here. Click here. Click here. Click here. As you can see, it's reflected here. So and as you can see, it is a form of a button. Look at. If I select it, it goes dark. You can see it is a form of a button. So this is just a typical example of an HTML web coding practical that we just performed on our Visual Studio Code. And as you can see, it's reflecting on our Google Chrome web browser. So that will be all and all for now. Even if you decide to change the hello, even if you decide to change the click here and put in hello, then after that you must go here, go to file, then click on save, or you type Ctrl S. Then after you have changed it to hello, you must, when you come to your Google Chrome browser, you reload. Once you reload, you can see the click here has changed to hello, has changed to this hello here. As you can see here, this is hello, as you can see. So that will be all for now. So you can see that to configure your VS Code for web coding on any programming languages is very, very simple. Very simple. So the first step is to download and install the VS Code on your computer system if you have not. After that, the second step is to come to your desktop area and right click and open a folder and give it a name. Give it a name, just as I did for this one. I opened this folder and I gave it a name, new project. Then the step 3, I think that is step 2. That is step 2. Then the step 3 is to open your Visual Studio Code, come to file, come to folder here, and click on it and type out the name of the folder. Type out the name of the folder that you created on your desktop area. Type out the name of the folder on that. When you type it out, it will reflect just as how mine reflected here. Then after that, you click on select folder. Then the next step, I think, which is step 3, is to come to our file here and click on this file. When you click on this file, you give it any name that you wish to give it. Maybe the name of the project. Maybe give it any name according to the kind of web coding practical that you want to do here. So I gave mine new task, and since I'm processing my web coding in HTML programming language, you have to name it here .html. If it's JavaScript, you have to name it .js. If it's cascade styling, you have to give it .css. So after doing that, then you can now begin to edit your coding or to write your coding or do anything at all on this workspace here. So that will be all for now. So if you have any questions, if there's any area you are confused or you need more clarification on any area and you have any questions, please drop them in the comment section below. Drop your questions in the comment section below and I'll be available to respond to them one by one. So that will be all for now. If you have any questions about anything or concerning this VS Code, feel free to drop them in the comment section below and I'll be available to respond to them one by one. And finally, I'll be dropping more videos that has to do with web coding, programming, and web development in general. So what I want you to do for me is just to subscribe to this YouTube channel. And click on the notification bell so that anytime I drop any video that has to do with web development in general, you will be the first to be notified about it. So till I see you in my next video, bye for now.